With 500 years of printmaking to choose from, I've selected 4 artists spanning European and American art. Angelica Kauffman was an 18th century artist who was considered one of the most celebrated artists of her time. She was a child prodigy and worked with her father touring Italy. It was here that she was able to study the classical sculptures and Renaissance painters. She became one of the first of only 2 female founding members of the Royal Academy in London. This image shows the Virgin Mary and the Christ child resting. It's very typical of Angelica Kauffman's work that she will often focus on the female figure and domestic life. Lil Tschudi was a Swiss artist and member of the Grosvenor School of Artists, which was established in 1925 in London. They did images of domestic and leisure and work, and we can see here, this image is a wonderful combination of people at work and at play. And it represented a time of great innovation. Liner cut was a very new process to work with. And you can see from here the fantastic bold colours, and that is absolutely typical of the Grosvenor School. This is my favourite print in the sale because I love the contrast of colours, I like the subject, and these very, very bold lines which hold the whole composition together. It's got a lovely kind of movement and vorticism about it. This work by Bridget Riley is the first screen print she ever made. Riley will have chosen screen prints specifically because you get this lovely thick amount of ink which creates this wonderful contrast between the black and white. Bridget Riley is a 20th century artist who's best known for her incredibly dynamic forms and patterns. This image is inspired by a trip that Bridget Riley took to Venice in 1960, where she observed how rain fell on a pattern of black and white stone, and it was a kind of optical illusion. Bridget Riley is really synonymous with the op art movement, and her work really propelled her onto the international stage in the early 60s. Another 20th century artist I've chosen is Louise Bourgeois, who was a French-American artist, best known for her monumental sculptures, paintings and prints. The Homely Girls series is based on a collaboration between Arthur Miller, the American playwright, and Bourgeois. There are 10 dry point etchings in the portfolio, and they all appear to blossom and then decline, which was a theme of Bourgeois' work, and it was something that Arthur Miller was interested in. The images are based on ballpoint pen drawings that Bourgeois did the year before. She wanted to replicate that slightly scratchy feeling that you got with the ballpoint, and this is exactly what she's achieved here. These are just a few highlights from our print sales coming up in March, covering 500 years of printmaking from old masters, modern, through to contemporary.